you? Letter D, 575. 42, ay 43. Alright? So, ano ito? Partner ka of XYZ partnership, ikaw rin ay stockholder. Okay, meron kang account sa BPI. Bakit BPI yung sinasara nila? Okay? So anyway, tingnan mo na lang. So, tingnan mo yung single accounts mo. Ang maximum 500. Okay, 350 plus 400, so 500 lang yan. So, check. Ito guys, same time deposit. So, meron kang 125 dito. Okay, tapos ito, tingnan mo. Again, ano nangyayari dyan? Kapag yung kasama mo ay juridical person, what does that mean? It means that everything belongs to the juridical person, or at least it is presumed. Okay, so presumed. Next, ito rin. Ex-company. Di ba? Pag ganyan, ano yan? Okay? Corporation, still, another juridical person. So wala yan. Wala kang makukuhang share dyan. Excess loan payable to BPI. So magkano total mo dito? It's 500. Okay, 500 plus 600. Ay, sorry, 500 plus 125 dito. Pero remember, meron kang utang. Itong 100,000. So ang sagot mo dito, letter A. Okay? Remember guys, merong power si PDIC. It can withhold payment of such portion of the insured deposit any depositor as may be required to provide for the payment of any liability of such depositor. Okay? As a stockholder of a closed bank or any liability of such depositor to the bank. Alright? So may utang siya dun sa bangko. Ibabawas mo yun. Alright? Or at least the corporation can hindi offset eh. The corporation can withhold payment. Okay? Hindi niya i-offset. Hindi lang, pwede lang niyang i-withhold yung payment. So, ang total mo talaga dito is 625. But then, may utang kang 100. So, i-withhold ni corporation yan, meaning ni PDIC. Alright? It's in the handout I gave you. Okay? Letter D yan, dun sa powers niya. So, please take a look at that. Okay? Again, guys, hindi ino-offset ha. Wini-withhold lang. Okay? Wini-withhold lang yung payment. So, number 43, again, letter A ang sagot. It's 500,000 for the single accounts, 125,000 for the joint accounts, but yung 100,000 na utang mo, this will be withheld by the PDIC. Hindi mo na ibibigay sa'yo. Alright? Okay, 43, letter A ang sagot. 44. So, this is splitting. Titingnan mo lang yung elements. Ano sagot natin dyan? Ay, naku, lahat ay false. Bakit ganun? Tingnan mo, statement 1. Alright? Remember, dapat more than. Okay, more than the statutory maximum. Kasi kung less than yan, eh wala kang pakialam. Okay, walang pakialam si PDIC dyan kasi less than naman ng ano eh. Okay, wala kang tinatakasan kapag ka less than the maximum. Statement 2, bakit siya mali? Kasi tingnan mo, persons who have beneficial ownership. Kapag may beneficial ownership, walang mali dyan. Okay, dapat who have no beneficial ownership. Okay? So statement 2 mali rin. Statement 3, tingnan mo yung days. Dapat 120. Okay? So once again guys, statement 1, 2 and 3 mali lahat yan. Bakit yung statement 1? Dapat more than the statutory maximum. Statement 2, bakit mali yan? Dapat those who have no beneficial ownership. Statement 3, bakit mali yan? Kasi dapat within 120 days lang. Alright? So, number 44, all are false, ha? All are false. Number 45. Ito naman, breaking up of accounts. Okay? Ito yung elements ng breaking up of accounts. Now, ano sagot natin dito? Ano ba sagot? Except, di ba? Except. Okay, except. So, ano raw yung mali? Letter D ang mali. Bakit? Qualified relative. Kasi dapat, according to the regulatory issuance, so dapat, yung regulatory issuance guys, yun yung parang implementing rules nila. Okay? So, pag may ganyang situation daw, yung qualified relative, okay, whose relationship with the latter is dapat within the second degree. Hindi po first ha, dapat second degree. Alright? So, letter D ang sagot kasi yan ang mali dahil dapat within the second degree. Right? Number 45. Number 46. Okay, number 46. The corporation as insurer shall pay the claims provided all the necessary requisites and none of the circumstances justifying denial are absent. Which of the following is correct as to the effect of payment? Okay, ano sagot natin dito? Letter D ang sagot natin dyan ha. Okay, letter D. Yung withhold, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. Can withhold, hindi na-offset ha, withhold lang, withhold payment. Okay, so, bakit mali? Okay, bakit mali yung A? Okay, bakit mali yung A? Kasi, ito. Okay, such depositor shall not, okay, shall not lose yan. Okay? Shall retain actually. Shall retain her claim to the uninsured portion. Okay, pwede may claim yan doon sa liquidation ng bangko. Okay lang, no problem. So bakit siya mali? Kasi dito nakalagay lose. Okay, letter B, bakit mali yun? Okay, kasi dapat considered. Okay, magiging preferred credit yan. Okay, magiging preferred credit yan. Tapos, letter C, bakit mali yung letter C? Okay, payment to a transfer deposit. Okay, saan mo yun? Yan, shall discharge din. Kasi remember, ano bang modes of payment natin? Di ba yung generally, yung modes of payment natin, is syempre, bayaran ka or mag-open ng transfer deposit sa ibang bangko. Okay lang yun. Okay, normally, this is land bank. I believe, if I remember correctly, meron silang MOA with land bank for these things. Okay, so mabubuksan ka ng account doon. Doon mo na lang i-withdrawin. Okay? So, letter D ang sagot natin. Yan lang yung tama dyan. 46, letter D ang sagot. Okay, 47. Okay? Okay guys, tama yung ano, ang sagot natin dito is letter C. Okay, hinuhuli lang kita. Hinuhuli lang kita. Anong mali? Yung statement 1. Bakit? Hindi po siya financing guard dog. Watchdog po. Okay, watchdog. Statement 2 and 3, correct yan. Tama yung mga yan. Yung statement 1 lang mali. Hindi po siya guard dog. Okay, watchdog. Okay? So, 48. Anong sagot natin dito? Only 2 are true. Alright? So, ano yung mali dyan? Statement 1. Okay? Tama po yung statements 2 and 3. Wala tayong problema dyan. Yung statement 1 ang mali. Bakit? Kasi hindi po ito. Okay, itong part na to. Hindi po siya for all tax types. Okay? Dapat for each tax type. Okay? Hindi po for all, dapat for each. Alright? So, hindi siya aggregate. Hindi siya aggregate. Dapat individual siya, separate dapat. For each tax type dapat. Okay? So, statement 1, false po yun. Okay, number 49. Sagot natin. Again, only 2 are true. Ano yung false? Okay? Yung statement 2, yun po ang false. Okay? Bakit? Itong within 24 hours. Mali yan. Bakit? Kasi dapat, ang nakalagay dyan, including ex parte freeze, without delay. Okay? Without delay po ito, ha? Without delay. Hindi po within 24 hours. Iba po yun. Iba yung within 24 hours. Yan po yung sa Court of Appeals. Di ba? Okay? So again, number 49, only 2 statements are true. Alin yung false? Statement 2. Okay, kasi dapat ito without delay. Okay, 49, 50. So sa 50, tama po yan. Okay, tama lahat yan. Okay, tama lahat yan. So again guys, AMLA, yung 500 general rule. Magiging 1 million lang yung precious metals, precious stones. Di ba? Tapos, pag casino, 5M. Pagka real estate broker or real estate developer, 7.5 million. Alright? So number 50, all are true yan. 51. Okay, 51. Guys, itong 51, okay, this is about the blacklist. Okay? Ito yung high-risk jurisdictions. These are all true. Okay? Ano mo lang, okay? Kasi before, nagtatanong sila about yung sa FATF, yung watchdog, ha? Yung watchdog. Okay? So, this is one of the principles na matututunan mo dyan sa FATF. Alright? So, all of these statements are true. Okay? Next. So, again guys, si AMLA, maraming amendment yan. Okay? Originally, it was 9160. Tapos, ang dami na sunod-sunod na amendment. Yung pinaka-latest is, of course, letter B. Okay? 11521. Okay? Yan yung nangyari, I think during the pandemic yan nangyari. So, 53, consider the following. Ano sagot natin dito? Sagot natin dito. Both are true. Okay? This is about BP22 already. So, tingnan mo. Again, guys, sa si BP22, yung issuance dito, okay, wala tayong pakialam kung bakit niya in-issue yun, pero yung issuance of a bouncing check, yan yung mali. And statement 2, so, it is not the non-payment of the obligation kasi, di ba, syempre, non-imprisonment for non-payment of debt, di ba? Hindi pwede yun. So, ayan. Okay? So, remember guys, sa BP22, yung issuance of a bouncing check, yun yung magiging problema. Kasi again, magiging detrimental yan sa ekonomiya natin. Kaya yun ang evil to be prevented ng BP22. Okay? So, letter A. Both are true. 54. Nasagot natin dito. Okay, only 2 are false. So, hanapin natin yun. Statement 1, it shall not be the duty of the drawee bank in refusing to pay to cause to be written, etc. Guys, it is the duty. So, false ito ha. Alright, false po yung statement 1 kasi it is the duty of the drawee bank. Okay, it is the duty of the drawee bank. Okay, statement 2. When there are no sufficient funds, okay, such fact shall always be explicitly stated in the notice of dishonor or refusal. Ayan yun. True yan. Okay, true yan. So, false yung statement 1, true po ang statement 2. That means yung statement 3, false din. Okay? Where the check is drawn by a corporation, the person who actually signed the check on behalf of the drawer shall not be liable. False ito. Bakit? Guys, yung liable dyan, yung person na pumirma sa check. Okay? Kaya ingat kayo, kakapirma ng kung ano-ano. Alright? Kasi may mga batas na katulad nito. Di ba? On behalf mo lang yan ginawa, on behalf of the corporation, pero tingnan mo, ikaw ang liable. Alright? So number 54, letter D ang sagot. Ano ang false? Statement 1 tsaka statement 3. 55. Okay? Under BP 22, the prosecution must prove. Alright? Ano ba sagot natin dyan? Only 2 are true. So alin yun? Statement 1, the accused issued the check that was subsequently dishonored. Tama. Okay, kailangan mo yan. Statement 2, it must also establish that the accused was actually notified. Tama yan. And statement 3, that the accused failed within 5 banking days from the date of the dishonor to pay the holder of the check the amount due thereon or to make arrangement for payment. Mali yan. Bakit? Hindi po from the date of the dishonor. Alright? It is from the notice of dishonor. So pwede pong ibang date yung dishonor, pero kailangan, ang binibilang, ang starting point ng 5 days ay kung kailan ka na-notify. Alright? Kung kailan ka na-notify. Hindi po yung date ng dishonor ng cheque, kundi kung kailan ka na-notify. Okay? So bakit again? Bakit mali yung statement 3? It's not the date of the dishonor, but from the date of notice. Okay? Yung notice from the date you are actually notified. Okay? 55, letter C. 56. Our Supreme Court has sanctioned numerous defenses which have acquitted. So, di ba, ano nga yung defenses, guys? Your legal justification not to pay. Di ba? So, ano rin yung defenses? Only 2 are true. So, hanapin natin. 1. Payment of the value of the dishonor check within 5 banking days from receipt of the notice of dishonor. Ito yung sinasabi natin kanina. Alright? It is from the notification. So, tama yan. Statement 2. Payment of the value of the check while the criminal case is pending. Ay, wala na. Hindi na pwede. Pag na-file na yung kaso, wala na yan. Okay? Kailangan, guys, prior to the filing of the criminal case. Oo, pwede ka magbayad. Pero kailangan bago ma-file. Okay? Next. Statement 3, failure to properly serve a written of notice of dishonor. O, tama naman yun. Tama naman yan. Okay, so again guys, only 2 are true. Alin ba? So, ibig sabihin may isang false. Alin yun? Yung statement 2. Kasi kailangan payment is performed before the case is filed in court. 57. As such, this type of estafa, okay, has the following elements. Elements of estafa by issuing a bouncing check. 1. The offender has postdated or issued a check on account or for value. Okay, mali yan. Okay, mali yan. Hindi po pwede, okay, hindi pwede na may pre-existing obligation. Okay, hindi pwede yun. Hindi pwede. Hindi pwedeng on account. Okay, hindi pwede yan. So again guys, kapag estafa, hindi pwede magkaroon ng estafa if the check was issued for a pre-existing obligation. Kailangan sabay. Okay, sabay. Okay, dapat yung cheque ay, yung obligation ay dependent doon sa cheque. Alright? So, mali po yung statement 1. Next. At the time of the post-dating, the offender has no funds, has no funds in the bank or funds deposited were not sufficient to cover. Ayan, tama yan. True yan. And regardless, statement 3, regardless of whether or not the pay has been defrauded. Ay, hindi po, mali yan. Okay, false yan. Bakit? Kasi remember, estafa guys is fraud. Okay? Kailangan merong ano yan, merong may naloko dapat. So, kailangan, it's actually one of the elements na merong defraudation na nangyari or someone was defrauded. So, once again, guys, the answer is letter D. Okay, ano lang yung true? Yung statement 2 lang. Yung true dyan. Mali po yung 1, mali yung 3. 58. One of these is not an exception. It's not an exception to bank secrecy under 1405. 1405 so pesos ito. Letter D po ang sagot natin dyan. Bakit? Yan po ay, yes, exception yan, pero wala po yan dun sa batas. Okay, wala siya sa batas mismo. The question here is asking kung alin dito sa mga to, sa mga exceptions na to, yung hindi mo makikita sa 1405. Alright? So letter D ang sagot. 59. Consider the following. It is the policy 1405 to encourage people. Ano ba sagot natin dito? Letter C. Okay, only 2 are true. So tingnan natin. It is the policy 1405 to encourage people to deposit their money in banks to discourage private hoarding. May be utilized. Ayan, tama yan. Diba? Yan mismo. Yan mismo yung policy. Okay? So, tama yung statement 1. Statement 2. The prohibition on inquiry and disclosure covers all deposits of whatever nature and investment in bonds issued by the government. Tama yan. Ito yung medyo kakaiba sa sa secrecy of bank deposits ng pesos. Kasi hindi lang talaga deposit. Merong ganito, investment in bonds. Okay, meron pa ngayon of whatever nature. May ganun pa dyan. Alright? Kaya, dahil doon, kaya po mali yung statement 3. Alright? Kasi, di ba may case na nga ito, yung case of Estrada versus Sandigan Bayan. Okay? What happened? Ito mismo yung issue. Kung kasali ba yung trust accounts? Oo, kasali siya. As long as yung laman ng trust account ay itong mga bagay. Okay, investment in bonds. Alright? So once again guys, number 59, only 2 are true. So meaning, ano yung false dyan? Yung statement 3. Alright? Again guys sa RA 1405 lang po ito. Secrecy kapag ka pesos. Diyan lang po nag-apply yung investment or yung trust account. Diyan lang. Okay? So number 60. Bank secrecy, consider the following. Diba sagot natin dito? Only 2 are false. Okay? So ibig sabihin, isa lang ang 2. So guys, itong situation na to, okay? Yung statement 1, okay? True yan. Ay, sorry, false yan. Bakit? Denominated in pesos. Okay? Yung garnishment, kailan lang hindi pwede yan? Kapag ka foreign currency. Alright? Applies only to foreign currency. Statement 2. Okay? Mali ito. Bakit? Wag mong idamay si Browy. Okay? Ang may problema dyan, si collecting bank at saka si Browy bank. Okay? Wag niyong idamay si Browy mismo or yung depositor. Wag mo idamay yun. Kasi wala siyang pakialam dyan. Kayo nagkamali. Alright? So, hindi pwede ha? Hindi pwede yan. Now, so, if false yung 1, false yung 2, that means yung number 3 or yung statement 3, yan yung true. In a special proceeding, estate of a deceased depositor, his bank deposits may be examined. Oo, kasi kasama sa estate niya yan. Di ba? So, pwede nyo i-examine talaga. Paano nyo ipa-partition yan? Di ba? So, number 60, letter D ha. Ano lang ang true dyan? Yung statement 3. 61. Notwithstanding the laws of bank secrecy, the following exceptional cases when the CIR may inspect deposits. Okay, ito yung power ng Commission of Internal Revenue. Ang sagot dito guys is letter C. Okay, kahit may LOA pa, yun yung important dyan. Kahit may LOA pa, as long as it does not fall within the exceptions. Kailan lang ba yun? Financial incapacity, tapos estate, ano yung isa? Exchange of information. Doon lang siya pwedeng tumingin ng bank account. Alright? So remember guys, kahit may LOA pa, okay, as long as hindi involved, hindi doon sa enumeration natin, doon sa 3 instances na pwede niya tingnan yung account, bawal. Alright, so only 2 are true. Ano yung false? Yung statement 3. 62. In relation to the secrecy of foreign currency deposits. Alright? None are true. Okay, both are false yan. Bakit? Both are false yan. Tama, both are false. The heir to a deceased person whose sister illegally withdrew funds from his foreign currency deposit and transferred it to another account cannot sue. Okay, to the new account. Pwede yan. Okay, pwede yan guys. Case yan sa Supreme Court na ang sinabi, di ba, pera yan nung patay na. Okay? So, nung nilipat siya, it is as if siya pa rin yung depositor. Kasi pera niya yun. Okay, so pwede niya hanapin. Pwede niyang kunin yung pera. Now, magtataka ka, sir, hindi naman na yung patay ang nag-examine. Yung heir na. Okay, yung heir. Sabi ni Supreme Court, pwede pa rin. Bakit? Kasi di ba pag namatay isang tao, mamanahin ng heirs niya yan eh. So yung karapatan niya, napunta sa'yo. Okay? So, again guys, Supreme Court case yan, yan ang situation. Okay? Kinuha yung pera. So, ang sabi, it is as if sa'yo yun. Sa'yo yung pera na yun. Okay? So, parang ikaw yung nag-deposit. Now, so statement 1, tama yun ha? Statement 2, the foreign currency deposit of a tourist who committed rape and escape cannot be garnished. Okay, mali yan. Okay, mali yan. Bakit? Yan yung isa sa exception, di ba, na ginawa ni Supreme Court. Naawa sila doon sa victim, syempre nakakaawa naman nga talaga. So this serves as an exception to the foreign currency deposit. So exemption niya from garnishment. Yung sinasabi, pag tourist lang or transient, hindi nag-a-apply yung exception from garnishment niyan. So statement 1 and statement 2 parehong mali. Okay? Both are false. So number 62, none are true. 63, okay? Ano masanong natin? Which of the following are false? Sagot natin. All 3. O, mali lahat. Bakit? Statement 1 guys, tingnan mo mabuti. Protect the creditor. O, mali na. Kasi sino pinoprotektahan nito? The debtor. Number 2, permit the creditor. Mali din. Kasi sino ba? Dapat yung debtor. Okay? And number 3, allow circumvention. Ay, syempre hindi. Gusto nga nitong i-prevent ng circumvention. Alright? So, mali ha. Statements 1, 2, and 3, mali lahat. So, which of the following are false? Hindi lahat. 64. Okay? Ano question? Which of the following are not usurious per se? All. Yes, sir, paano ko na malalaman yan? Di ba remember guys, yung usury, yan po yung legal, yan yung in excess of what the law allows as interest. So, pasasabi mo lang na usurious kapag lampas siya dun sa limit na nilagay ng batas. Alright? Now, as of the moment, wala kasing usury. Okay? Walang usury kasi wala naman limit kung magkano interest pwede mo ilagay. Alright? So, none of these things are usurious per se. Kasi, technically speaking, wala naman talagang usury sa ngayon. Alright? Sige. So number 64, all ha? 65. Tila. Which of the following are false? Okay. If an item charge was omitted from the disclosure, statement 1, all the finance charges cannot be collected. Ay, hindi. Yung na-omit lang. Okay? Yung na-omit lang. Hindi naman lahat. Grabe ka naman. Okay? Hindi lahat. Yung na-omit lang. Okay? Statement 2. Okay? Statement 2. The entire contract is void. Ay, hindi. Mas lalong hindi. Bakit? Kasi remember guys, yung Truth in Lending Act, it has no effect on the main obligation. Okay? Yung interest lang ang pinakikialaman niya, tsaka yung finance charges. Yun lang, yun lang. Okay? And statement 3, the total recoverable amount for all violations is 2,000. Ay, hindi rin po, mali yan. Kasi for each finance charge yun. Alright? So, number 65, letter C tayo ha. 66. Consider the following. Anong question dito? Which of the following are outside the scope? Okay? Ay, bakit ganyan yung choices? Okay, anyway guys, yung letter C. Okay, yan po ay all three of the statements. Okay, all three of the statements. So, certificate of deposit, credit line arrangement, at saka initial public offering, lahat po yan outside ng tila. Okay, bakit? Ang tingnan mo lang dyan is if the debtor is the one setting the interest or setting the finance, if the debtor is the one setting up the finance charge or the interest. Pag yung debtor ang nagdi-demand. Alright? So, letter C ang sagot sa number 66. All three of the statements are outside. 67. Which of the following are true? Okay? Ano sagot natin? Letter A. Only two of the statements. So, ano yung false? Tingnan natin. These liabilities may, but not necessarily be availed of in the alternative. Alright? Pwede. Kasi kahit alin, pwede mong gamitin. Okay? Pwede mong gamitin kahit alin. Pero hindi mo naman sila kailangan gamitin lahat. These liabilities are not mutually exclusive. Yes. Okay? Hindi ibig sabihin na pinili mo isa, bawal mo na piliin yung iba. Statement 3. The choice of one will necessarily bar the option to choose the others. Mali yun. Okay? Kasi hindi nga sila mutually exclusive. So again guys, dito sa number 67, which one is true? Only two the statements. That means is statement 3, yan po yung false. Alright, securities regulation. Guys ha, ano lang to? Tingnan lang natin kung alam niyo talaga, 879. Alright? So next, number 69. The definition of terms. Ano sagot natin dito? None are true. Bakit? Baliktad po. Okay? Yung definition dito sa statement 1, yung the holder shall not be entitled to dividend nor to its asset upon liquidation, yan po yung non-proprietary share. Okay? So again, hatandaan mo lang. Ito yan. Not entitled to dividends nor to its assets upon liquidation. Yan po yung non-proprietary share. Okay? Tapos, syempre, yung statement 2, upon liquidation, the holder shall have a proportionate ownership right. Okay? Ano yan? Yan po yung proprietary. So, baliktad. Alright? Kaya the answer for number 69 is letter B kasi baliktad. Okay? Baliktad yung definitions. Number 70. According to the SRC, okay, a registration statement may be withdrawn by the issuer only with the consent. Furthermore, the commission may reject a registration statement and refuse registration or revoke, okay, and there's a hearing setting forth with respect thereto if it determines the existence of certain things, right? So, essentially may power si SEC. In relation thereto, one of the following is not correct. Alin kaya yun? Okay? Alin kaya ang hindi correct dyan? Ito, letter C, okay? The issuer has made any false or misleading representation as to facts, material or immaterial, in any prospectus. Ano po dapat? Material. Okay? Material. Kasi pag immaterial, walang effect yun, di ba? Walang kwenta yan, ibig sabihin. Dapat material. Okay? Kaya po, mali ang letter C. Okay? Dapat material facts. 71. Alright? So 71, ano to? The requirement shall not, as a general rule, apply to certificates by a trustee in bankruptcy and any security issued by a bank except its own shares of stock. Said requirements also do not apply in other classes of securities recognized by law. In relation thereto, which of the following is not correct? Okay? So, ano sagot natin dito? Yung letter D. Guys, yung listahan pwedeng dagdagan ni SEC yun. Alright? So, dapat si letter D, the commission may. Okay? Wala po yung not. Yung listahan na yan, yung sa 8.1, pwede niyang dagdagan. Okay? Pwede niyang dagdagan. So, the commission may, whether by rule or regulation, with or without a public hearing, add. Pwede. Alright? Pwede. Alright? So, letter D ang sagot na. Mali yan. Alright. IRR of the SRC. The requirements and procedures for registration under sections 8 and 12 shall not apply to the following. Any evidence of indebtedness issued by a financial institution licensed by BSP. Okay? Tama yan. 2. Evidence of indebtedness issued to BSP under its open market or rediscounting operations. Tama rin yan. And 3. Bills of exchange arising from bona fide sale of goods and services that are distributed by banks or investment houses to an organized market. Tama rin yan. Okay? So nakalista lang yan guys dun sa batas natin. All are true. 72. Alright. Next, IRR, SRC. Ito yung mga reports. Okay? Public and reporting company shall file commission. Form 17A. Annual. Tama yan. 2. Quarterly report. 17Q. Okay? Within 45 days after the end of each quarter of each fiscal year. Mali ito. Sir, bakit? Quarterly naman. Guys, di ba sa isang taon, 4 ang quarter? Okay? Guys, yung 17Q, 3 quarter mo lang ipapile yan. So, first 3 quarters lang. Okay, bakit? Kasi yung pang 4th quarter, ano na yung ipafile mo doon? Yung 17A na. Kasi yan guys ay cumulative. Alright? So, first 3 quarters lang. Alright? Sige. Ano masagot natin dito? Only 2 are true. Okay. So, that means kung true yung 1, false yung 2, that means yung 3 ay true rin ito. May 17C. Depende na lang kung kailan mo kailangan. Okay, remember guys ha, okay maluloko dito, yung quarterly report, 3 times mo lang na ipa-file yan for the first 3 quarters only. 74. Alright, tender offer. Okay, however, unless the acquisition of securities is intended to circumvent or defeat the purpose, the mandatory tender offer shall not apply to the following. Purchases in connection with corp rehab, tama yan. Purchase in the open market, tama yan. Merger or consolidation, tama rin yan. So that means all of these are true. Okay, so kailan lang hindi nag-a-apply yung tender offer? Diyan po. Well, yan ay examples kung kailan hindi nag-a-apply yung tender offer. Okay, SRC, fraudulent transactions. Statement 1. To employ any device scheme, ano ba sagot natin dito? Letter C, only 2 are true. Okay. So, statement 1, it shall be unlawful for any person, okay, to employ any device scheme or artifice to defraud. Syempre, mali yun. Okay. Statement 2, obtain money or property by means of any untrue statement of any fact or any omission to state the fact na in order to make the statements made in the light of the circumstances not misleading. Mali yun. Bakit? Kasi kailangan statement of any material. Okay, guys. Okay, material fact. Dapat material. Okay, so statement 2, mali yan, ha? Now, statement 1 is true. Statement 2 is false. So that means statement 3, true din yan. Engage in any act, transaction, practice, or course of business which operates or would operate as a fraud. So, mali yan. You understand? Okay. So, that is number 75. Only 2 statements are true. 76. Okay, so securities regulation, nag-enumerate siya. Okay, enumeration niya, dami, di ba? Dami. So, broadly speaking, these things may be categorized as debt instruments at saka equity securities. Okay? So, marami siya, examples, correct? Pero pagka kinategorize mo sila, ang lalabas, yung iba doon, debt, tapos yung iba, equity. So, that means, both of these things are true. 77. According to the IRR, okay, a derivative is the definition ng derivative, okay? Tapos this term shall include but not limited to the following. Ano masagot natin dito? D, only 2 is true. Okay. Swaps or contracts which give the buyer the right but not the obligation to buy or sell the underlying security at a predetermined price called the exercise or strike price on or before a predetermined date called an expiry date. Eh di ba alam nyo to? Sa AFAR ninyo, this is an option. Okay, option ito. Hindi po ito swap. Okay, option yan. Okay, definition lang. And number 2, warrant. Okay, warrant is of course this thing. So, for number 77, guys, definition ng option ito. Hindi po siya swap. Alright? That is why only statement 2 is true. 78. In relation to a copyright, one of these statements is not a criminal act. Letter D po ang sagot dito. Ay, letter D. Okay, if you take a look at the provision, 217 yata, if I remember correctly. Okay? Kasi for free. Dapat may bayad. Okay? Lending for a fee. Okay? Ito yun, no? Letting for hire. Yung letting, guys, yan yung pahiram. Okay? Or ipaparent mo. Okay? So again, if it is for free, walang criminal liability dyan. Bakit? Kasi ang sabi mismo dito, letting for hire. So may bayad. Okay? 78. Letter D also. 79. In relation to a copyright, one of the following statements is not correct. Alright. So, these are examples kung kailan pwede kang mag-copy. Okay? even without the consent. Now, letter B ang sagot natin dito. A satirical version of a song is not fair use, the original. Pag satire, guys, actually sa US yan, pag satire, then that is fair use. Okay, fair use yan. Pag satire, ha? Yung pag ginagawa mo katatawanan, satirical, di ba? Pag ginagawa mo katatawanan. Okay. Kaya yung may mga song if kilala mo sila, si Weird Al Yankovic, yan. So, number 79, guys, ha? Letter B ang sagot. Number 80, trademark naman. One of the following is not correct. So, letter D. Remember, guys, hindi yan conclusive if may bad faith or yung subject matter is not registrable. It just so, ang ibig sabihin lang yan, nakalusot ka. Okay? And, kapag ganyan ang situation, actually, pwede ipa-cancel yung trademark mo. Alright? Pwede yan. Pwede yan malaman. I think that's what happened dun sa SEMA, yung ano nila, yung Greek. I think that's what happened there. Okay? So number 80, letter D, ha? Yan po, mali. Hindi po siya conclusive kapag may bad faith or unregistrable yung subject matter. Yung bad faith, guys, syempre, it's something that is personal to the registrant. Tapos yung subject matter naman, kasama yan dun sa listahan. Di ba? May listahan tayo na hindi mo pwedeng ipa-trademark. So, titingnan mo yun. 81. Trademark ulit. Which of the following is not correct? Okay? So, lahat yan, guys, tama. Except letter C. Alright? So, guys, all of the following are correct. Okay? Maliban lang sa letter C. Bakit? Yung sa IP code, ang inadapt lang talaga dyan is yung dominancy test. Okay? Dominancy lang. Okay? Weird lang na dati, ginagamit rin nila yung holistic. Wala naman yun sa batas. Okay? Bakit nila ginagamit yun? Kasi I think that's what they do in the US. Now, nung lumabas yung Colin na case, is explicitly sinabi ng Supreme Court, abandoned na po yung holistic test. Hindi na nila gagamitin yan. Okay? Again, dati, dalawa talaga yung test natin. But, dati pa, dominancy lang ang nasa loob ng IP code mismo. Okay? Dati, okay, even before, dominancy test lang ang nasa loob ng IP code. Pero, dati, ginagamit pareho ng Supreme Court or ng Korte, yung holistic at dominancy. I am not sure why. Now, nung lumabas yung decision dun sa Colin na case. Colin, guys, yung aircon. Okay? Nung lumabas yung decision dun, sinabi na mismo ni Supreme Court na they are abandoning the holistic test. So after ng Colin, iisa na lang ang test na dapat ginagamit. Yung dominancy na. Alright? So number 81, letter C. 82, patent. Alright? So again, guys, lahat yan tama. Examples lang yan. Okay? Kung kailan patentable, kailan hindi. Except for letter B. Alright? Guys, mayroong list doon. Di ba may list ng non-patentable inventions? Isa to doon, example to. Bakit? Kasi tingnan mo saan niya gagamitin. Non-PAGCOR accredited. Bakit? Bakit hindi pwede yan? Illegal po yan pag non-PAGCOR. Okay? Gambling, tapos hindi siya non-PAGCOR. Ay pagka gambling, tapos non-PAGCOR siya, ibig sabihin, illegal gambling yun. So, hindi ka pwedeng dyan. Magkaroon ng patentable device na para sa illegal gambling. Alright? So, letter B ang sagot natin sa number 82. Patents. Okay. One of the statements is not correct. Ay, okay. Guys, magtiwala na lang kayo dito, ha? Letter A yan. Compulsory license at voluntary license. Yung licenses, guys, yan ay yung basically you're allowing other people to make use of your patent. Kasi di ba yung patent, exclusivity ang binibigay sa'yo? Di ba? It gives you essentially a monopoly over everything. Okay? Pero pag may license, ibig sabihin, ina-allow mo yung ibang tao. Yung voluntary license, ano ibig sabihin nun? May consent mo. Voluntary eh. Pumayag ka. Yung compulsory, hindi ka pumayag dyan. Pinilit ka. Okay? So may instances lang na yung compulsory license ay ini-impose sa'yo. Alright? Now, ang mahalaga lang dito sa number 83 is, tingnan mo, bakit siya not correct? Compulsory license cannot be granted if a voluntary license has been granted. Okay? Wala pong bearing yun. If kahit na marami ka ng voluntary license na binigay, if there are grounds to grant a compulsory license to someone else, wala kang magagawa. Okay? Kasi nga, compulsory yun. Kahit walang consent mo, kailangan pa rin ibigay. Alright? So, number 83, letter A po yung mali. 84. In relation to the right of privacy, which of the following, one of the following statements is not correct? So, lahat yan, guys, tama. Siyempre, di ba? Ano yung mali? Ito, yung 3 strands of privacy. Okay, tingnan mo. Anong mali dyan? Ito, yung interdimensional. Okay, walang ganyan, guys. Alright? Walang ganyan. Walang interdimensional privacy. Okay? That should be decisional privacy. Okay? Decisional yan ha. Decisional privacy. Number 85. Under the Data Privacy Act, mayroong 8 rights available, including the right to be informed, entitles the data subject to notice as to certain details before entry of his or her personal information into the processing system, the personal information controller, or at the next practical opportunity. Okay, so right to be informed. However, the notification will not apply if. Okay, kailan daw hindi kailangan mag-notify? Letter A, all are true. Alright, information is needed to subpoena, syempre. Diba? Hindi mo na kailangan mag-consent dyan. Okay, tapos, collection for obvious purposes, wala na rin yan. And the information being collected and processed as a result of a legal obligation. Okay? So, all of these things, guys, are true. Okay? Nasa batas lang naman ito. Yan, nasa batas lang siya. Now, 86. The following are the remedies of the creditor to prove. Naku, bakit ganun yung 86? Sorry, nagkamali lang. Okay, nagkamali lang, guys. Okay, 86. Under the Data Privacy Act, there are 8 rights available to the data subject. However, these rights are not available if 1. The processed personal information is to be used only for the needs of scientific and statistical research. And on the basis of such, activities are carried out and decisions are taken regarding the data subject. False po yan. Alright? Bakit? Ba't naging false yan? Kasi dapat, activities are not carried out and decisions are not taken. Alright? Kasi, scientific at statistical research dapat yun. Diba? Dapat nga hindi ka identifiable doon eh. Alright? So yung statement 1 po ay false. Statement 2, the processing of personal information gathered for the purpose of investigations relating to any criminal, administrative, or tax liabilities of the data subject. Yan po, tama yun. Okay? So, number 86, only statement 2 is true. Okay? Sorry, nagkamali lang po ako ng pagkagawa nito. Ha? Pasensya na. So, number 87. A personal data breach, okay, personal data breach may be availability breach, tama, resulting from loss or accidental data. Loss, accidental, unlawful destruction of data, tama yan. Integrity breach, from alteration, tama yan. And or confidentiality breach, unauthorized disclosure or access, tama yan. Okay? Ay, hala, bakit C? Alright, sorry guys, mali ito. Dapat letter, ano yan ha? Dapat letter A, all are true. Okay? So number 87 guys, all are true. These are the types of breaches na pwede mangyari. Again, tanggalin ko nga yan. Again, availability breach, okay? Integrity breach, tsaka confidentiality breach. Ito po yung iba't ibang klaseng breach na pwede mangyari sa inyo. All are true po ito ha. Number 87 guys, huwag niyong pansinin tong letter C. All are true po yan dapat. Letter A. Number 88. Okay, under the Data Privacy Act, the processing of sensitive personal information and privileged information shall be prohibited. Okay, except in the following cases. All right. So ano sagot natin? Only 2 are true. All right? So statement 1. Data subject has given consent. Tama. All right? Or in case of privilege, all the parties to the exchange have given their consent. Ayan, tama 'yon. Okay? Statement 2. The processing of the same is provided for by existing laws and regulations, subject to further conditions. So tama. Tama ito. Okay, tama ito. So that means, kung tama yung statement 1, tama yung statement 2, that means statement 3 is mali. The processing is necessary to protect the life and health of data subject or other person, whether or not the data subject is legally or physically able to express consent prior to the processing. Ay, mali yan. Bakit? Pwede mo lang itong gawin if the data subject is incapacitated. Okay? Kapag hindi siya makapagbigay ng consent. Ayun, sige, pwede mong gawin ito, even without, niya. Alright? Pero pagka physically able or legally able siya, no problem. Di ba? Tingnan mo ng consent yan. So, number 88, guys, letter C ang sagot. Statement 3, yan lang po ang false. 89. Under the Data Privacy Act, ito. Okay, custody, transferred, whether domestically or internationally, subject to cross-border as such. Okay. O, tama po ito pareho. Okay? Ito lang po yung, yung nature ng trabaho ni PIC, ni PIC. Alright? So, ano sagot natin dyan? Letter A dapat. Both are true. Okay? Yung kasama lang sa work ni PIC yan. Okay? Electronic commerce. Okay, policies. Guys, it's just, it comes from a list. So, anong rule natin pag may listahan? We familiarize ourselves. Alright? All are true po ito. All are true ito. Okay, electronic commerce clearly states Okay, that domestic dealings. Okay, no, teka lang. Dealing transactions, arrangements, agreements, contracts, and exchanges, and the storage of information through the utilization of electronic, optical, or similar medium, mode, instrumentality, etc. Dami sinabi. Okay, furthermore, in trying to understand the law, one needs to consider other notable concepts. One of the following is not correct in relation thereto. Okay? Yan. So, alin dyan ang mali? So, guys, lahat yan, syempre, lahat yan tama except letter A. Bakit? Kasi remember, guys, yung sphere of application natin for for the Electronic Commerce Act, it covers both commercial and non-commercial activities. Okay? Kahit na weird yung pangalan, di ba? Electronic Commerce. Pero it also covers non-commercial. Alright? So, letter A po ang sagot natin. Yan po ang mali ha. Kasi nakalagay only. Dapat commercial and non-commercial. So, number 92. Definition of terms. Okay? Definition of terms lang, mga kaibigan. So, tama po yan ha. Kasi si originator, sa kanya nang galing. Okay? Addressee, sa kanya pupunta. Tapos intermediary, yan yung means mo kung paano papadala. Okay? So, all are true po ito. Definition of terms lang. Okay? Definition of terms lang. So again guys, we have to be familiar. Pag may listahan, we have to be familiar. So definition of terms, syempre dapat alam mo kung anong definitions. Kasi, guys, pagka sa batas kasi, kapag yung term ay define, ibig sabihin may special meaning yon doon sa batas. Alright? So we have to be mindful doon sa mga definitions. And besides, pag tinignan mo po yung TOS or yung syllabus ng BOA, kasama yung definition of terms. Alright? Okay. So all are true po. Number 93. Okay? Until the Supreme Court daw. Unfortunately for you, meron na silang in-issue. Dalawa yan. Okay? Well, isa lang talaga, but the second one is an amendment. Okay? Is an amendment. Nasaan yung ano? Alright? So, ano sagot natin dito? Only statement 1 is true. Okay? Yung statement 1 po ito. Yung statement 2, dapat ito yan. Dito. Sa this was amended. Okay? Now, bakit mali yung statement 2? Ito kasi. Diba? These rules shall apply to all criminal civil actions, but not, diba nakalagay? Dapat yan kasali. And also, okay? Including yan. Including. And also to quasi-judicial and administrative cases. So lahat. Okay? Lahat. Pwede mong gamitin ito. Alright? So again, statement 2 guys is false. Number 94. ETA sends Morley a contractual offer via email from her Manila office. Okay? The email contains a provision indicating that the offer expires at 5 p.m. Manila time. Okay? Morley replies to ETA's offer accepts the offer, indicating that, Morley's email leaves his control by 4:52 Singapore, okay, and reaches the information system within ETA's control instantaneously. Okay? ETA waited in her office until 5:10 but received nothing because of that difference. Right? Now, the next day, ETA found the email, 5:52 Manila time. Alright? She phoned Morley to refuse a deal, which of the following is true? Right? Kita natin? Refused. Okay, guys, ito lang yung with regard to yung dito, yung dispatch at saka yung receipt. Okay, yung rules lang doon. Ang answer mo dito, so kailangan mo tingnan yung kung kailan na-receive, kailan na-dispatch. Okay? Now, ano yung sagot natin dito? Letter C. The offer expired already. Bakit? Kasi tingnan mo. Okay? Hanggang 5 p.m. Manila time lang, tapos nag-5:10 na wala. Alright? So, yung offer niya, nag-expire na. Kasi siya mismo nagsabi, di ba? Na hanggang 5 p.m. lang. Alright? So, may time difference, so kaya important kung kailan. Kung kailan sinend. Alright? So, you'll find that doon sa rules ng dispatch at saka ng receipt. Alright? Sige. Number 95. Okay? I hope nandiyan pa kayo. Kasi medyo patapos naman na. Don't worry, konti na lang. Okay? Ease of doing business applies to all government offices, whether located in the Philippines or abroad, that provide services covering business and non-business transactions. So, similar guys dun sa electronic commerce ha. Yung commercial and non-commercial, ito naman, business and non-business. Okay. Including, sino raw yung covered? Local government. Ano ba sagot natin? Only 2 are true. Local government, yes. GOCC, yes. Pero, Yung statement 3, mali yan. Hindi all branches of government. Di ba tatlo yung branch ng government mo talaga? Executive, legislative, at saka judiciary. Okay? Or sometimes tawag nila legislature. Okay? Guys, hindi po siya nag-apply sa legislative at saka sa ano ha, sa judiciary. Saan lang nag-apply ito? Those offices in the executive department. Right? So number 95, yung statement 3, mali yan. Number 96. Ano sagot natin dito? Okay, processing time, definition of terms. Right, definition of terms po ito guys. So once again, pag may definition of terms, kasali sa exam yan ha. Kasali yan sa exam kasi nakalagay yan mismo doon sa TOS. So alin po ang mali? Kasi only two are true. Alin po ang mali? Ito pong statement 1. Okay? Yung processing time po, required yan na complete ang documents. Alright? Nagsisimula lang po yung processing time pag complete documents. Alright? Dito po kasi, even in the absence, mali yan, dapat complete requirements. Okay? Complete ha, dapat complete. So, number 96, only 2 are true. Ano yung mali? Statement 2. 97. Ease of doing business. Okay? Of course, hindi ka na magkakamali dito. 3, 7, 20. Okay? 3 pag simple, 7 pag complex, 20 pag highly technical. Ay, hindi. Pagka ano to, highly technical. Right? So, all are true. Hindi ka naman siguro nagkamali dyan. 98. Okay, 98. So, rules. Okay, rules. What is our answer here? Letter C, only 2 are true. Check natin. Statement 1. The number of signatories in any document shall be limited to a maximum of 2 signatures. Ay, dapat yan guys ay 3. Alright, 3 signatures maximum. Hindi po 2. Masyadong konti naman yata yung 2. Okay, 3. 3 ang ano. 3 ang signatures na. Maximum naman yan. Okay, maximum. So, ibig sabihin, pwedeng isa lang. Pwedeng dalawa. Pero, pwedeng tatlo rin. Okay? So, maximum of 3 signatures. Tama yan. Ay, sorry, mali yan. Dapat 3. So, kung mali ito, yung statement 1, that means yung statement 2 at statement 3, tama yan. Okay? That is in accordance with. So, again guys, number 98, only 2 are true. Bakit? Kasi yung statement 1 is false. Number 99, according to the ease of doing business, following should be adopted by all government offices. So, policies nila to. Okay? So, 1. Which of the following is correct? Mali lahat. Okay, mali lahat except 1. Okay, ano ba yung sagot natin dito? Letter D. So, letter D guys, tama yan ha. Okay, tingnan muna natin yung A. Bakit siya mali? Identification card. Okay, bakit? Guys, tingnan mo naman. Shall be visibly worn prior, during, and after office hours. Guys, during lang. Okay, kasi during mo lang naman sila kailangan makilala. Alright? Prior and after, wala ka na pakialam doon. Di ba? Alright? So, letter A, dapat during. Letter B, ano ba to? Is allowed to establish. Hindi po siya, kasi pag ganito, parang ang dumalabas, optional. Hindi po. Okay? Each office or agency shall, dapat yan, shall establish a public assistance desk. Required sila. Okay? Kaya ngayon, pag pumunta ka, laging meron complaints desk. Diba? Or yung office of the day, may mga ganon. Para doon yung mga usual queries. Okay? Sila yung mga in charge. Okay? And letter C, okay, bakit yan mali? Kasi tingnan mo, appropriate, ensure applicants, requesting parties who are within the premises. Ito. Okay? Even beyond the official working hours. Hindi naman pwedeng ganun. Dapat, okay, dapat prior to the end. Okay? Prior to the end of official work hours. Bakit? Kasi kung gagawin mo tong beyond, o di wala nang katapusan ng opisina nila. Kunyari, ang tapos ng office 5, dumating ka 7. Hindi, di ibig sabihin, kailangan ka nila pagsilbihan. Or dumating ka, alas 9 na ng gabi. O di hindi na sila uuwi. Di ba? Kailangan nandun ka, kasi di ba may cut-off daw yan, may cut-off daw. Okay? So, meron dapat policy na kapag nandun ka na masiservisyohan ka. Okay? Again ha, dapat premises, within the premises, prior to the end of official working hours. Okay? Naintindihan natin? Sige. Kaya yun mali. Letter D guys, once again, yan yung tama. Okay, tama yan. Okay, ano ba number yan? 99. O, isa na lang. Number 100. Okay, renewal. Okay, renewal. Ano ba sagot natin dito? Letter D, only 2 are false. Okay, so tingnan natin. Statement 1. For renewal to ha, renewal of business permits. The BFP, o yung Bureau of Fire Protection, shall within 3 working days, okay, 3 working days from the application, present the FSIC to the city or municipality either through copy or negative or positive list. Tama yun. Okay, tama yun. Statement 2. The business entity, okay, so ibig sabihin, mali na itong dalawa. Bakit sila mali? Statement 2. The business entity shall inform the BFP and submit the necessary documentary requirements Renovations, any other form of alteration made to the original building structure within 30 calendar days. Mali yan. Hindi po calendar. Dapat working. Okay, working days. Okay, diba 3 working days dito, 30 calendar days din. Alright? So 30 calendar days. So, mali yung statement 2 dahil dito. Statement 3. If the BFP fails to furnish the municipality with an FSIC or to inform the same through a positive negative list within 3 calendar days from the application. Okay, mali ito. Okay, bakit? Kasi related ito dun sa number 1. The BFP within 3 calendar days from application. Okay, shall submit. Ito, tingnan mo. Okay, if the BFP fails to furnish the municipality, okay, within 3 calendar days. Dapat working days din yan. So guys, again ha, working days po ang pinag-uusapan. So that is why, sa number 100, our answer is letter D. Only 2 are false. Ano po yung tama? Only statement 1 is correct. Alright? So that is the end of our discussion, guys. And I hope, I hope medyo, medyo nakakuha ka ng magandang score. But pag hindi, no problem naman yun. Alright? Kasi ang kailangan lang naman dito, ang goal lang natin is for you to see where you are. At least pag ganyan ang usapan, kaya mo nang hanapin or kaya mo nang gawa ng paraan kung saan medyo kailangan mo pa ng tulong or kailangan mo pa ng additional na effort. Alright? So, that's it. And yeah, thank you for listening.